former police officer Michael Slager will go to prison for the killing of Walter Scott in North Charleston, South Carolina.
Sentenced to 20 years in prison for shooting an unarmed black motorist to death in 2015.
I was surprised by the news out of South Carolina this morning. Living in a country where you're surprised when a videotape like this results in a conviction is a real problem.
We've now received the dash cam video leading up to the killing of Walter Scott.
After Mr. Scott lay dying on the ground, the officer picked up a stun gun, a gun he claimed that Mr. Scott tried to grab during a struggle, and he walked more than 30 feet and put the stun gun by Mr. Scott's hand. The only problem was that all of it was caught on videotape.
Officer Slager told police dispatchers Scott grabbed for his taser.
He grabbed my taser.
Officer Slager went to trial in South Carolina, and he told a jury, "Don't believe what you see on the videotape. Believe me when I say I was afraid of him, even though he was running away from me. Believe me when I say I was just defending myself." And that jury hung. Some of those jurors were willing to believe him and ignore the videotape.
In my mind, fear. I was scared.
The federal government brought civil rights charges, and that caused Officer Slager to have to stop and think. Maybe his defense of "believe me and ignore the videotape" wouldn't work in front of a federal jury.
Tonight, a stunning reversal. 35-year-old Michael Slager now admits he wasn't defending himself when he shot 51-year-old Walter Scott in the back. Saying those words in court now puts an end to both the federal and state trials against him.
The federal prosecution that brought Michael Slager to justice was initiated by the Obama Justice Department. And what we have now is a department that will not intervene in cases like this. In just the last 3 years, more than 3,000 people have been killed by police in America. We have to take the role of the federal government in pushing these reforms, because that leadership will not come from Washington, D.C. It's going to have to come from our communities.